Good evening, welcome back to the ZFS Racing YouTube channel. Tonight ZFS are not one of the teams taking part, but we're going to be covering TCR versus ART on their match day 6. There's going to be a lot to get through today, obviously with the new physics updates, so it'd be interesting to see how people's strategies may have changed from pre-update. I'll be joined soon enough by KJN. Got on track and get an early look at the liveries. So I'll take you through the order of things for this evening. So, usual format, 2 30-minute races. 2 different tracks, 2 different cars picked by each team. Race 1 is going to be TCR's pick, and that's going to be the McLaren 650S Group 3, Deep Forest full course, Deep Forest full reverse, apologies. It's going to be, time of day is going to be evening, CO3 on the weather with a times 10 progression. Qualifying for the first race will be 3 laps per 3 flying laps per driver. So who we got tonight? We'll go through the order for TCR first. On your screen there you can see we've got Tijni, TCR Shelby, Inferno Fox, Hodgson GT, we'll have official 001 TCR White Tiger as well. There's going to be some driver swaps for TCR. So for the second, so it'll be Hodgson will be swapping out for Davio Racing. Inferno will be swapping out for Sonic, and White Tiger will be swapping out for BMA Taz in the second race. For Team ART, they will be keeping the same drivers for both races. And driving for them today is going to be Hockers, Bopter Boy, Mad Lad Owner, Mad Lad on the pad, Nene, Matt 237, and it was Zeno, but I believe he's been swapped out for Beardy, if I'm not mistaken. Hodgson having some fun there in practice. I've not had a chance to race these myself, so it's all going to be new. Not entirely sure what their tyre selections will be, but again, same rules as usual. They'll have 2 sets of soft, 2 sets of medium, 1 set of hard to use over the course of both races. Try and get a little look at the liveries. Hard to see in this light. go. So we're in free practice at the moment, and I think it'll go into a quali practice in quite shortly, leading us up to the leading us into quali. We're going straight into quali? I'm not sure. So yes, ART Beardy is the replacement for Zeno for tonight's race. Any predictions in the chat? Should be pretty decent, well fought matchup this. ART fighting to try and get up to 4th place, and TCR yet to register a win, so they're going to be at it today, I think. Yeah, TCR do look like they brought a strong team there tonight. Got to agree, Edinburgh. Like, get a better look at these liveries there. Yeah, nice and clean. Very nice. Looks like we're getting ready to start qualifying. It'll be TCR will be the first team out in qualifying for the first race. Once they've completed their 3 flying laps, or at 5 minutes, the second team will come out. Once the flying laps are completed, they need to return to the pits. Got our first cars out on the track for their out laps. They'll be led out by Shelty, followed by White Tiger, followed then by Tidgney, Inferno Fox, Redacted. Last but not least, Hodgson will be following them out. Entirely sure what the benchmark time will be. I suppose we're going to find out together. take the opportunity as he comes round to start his first flying lap, jump on board with Tidge. Good evening.
Hey mate, how's it going?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad. Qualifying just on their first flying lap of 3.
Is there? I can't. Do you want to share your screen?
It's already it's in the chat, mate.
All right. 2 seconds.
Just on board with Tidgney at the minute with his first flying lap. Had a little look at the liveries. Mentioned we're probably going to have a chat about the physics.
Yeah, are we live yet or not?
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I thought it's you sent me the settings the other day, and to be fair, I wondered whether they would amend them following the physics update in the GT7 update 1.49. Have they at all, or is that not the case?
Well, it's a live Google document, and when I've had another look at it, I think it's still ×6 on the tyres. What will it be? Let's check for sure. Yeah, six on the tyres, 4 on the fuel, 8 seconds refueling rate. So 6 seconds on ×6 on softs around here from the bits and pieces I've done since update. They're not going to last many laps.
No, I mean, we done the Nuremberg ring last night, a 2.4-hour race, and we had to change the tyre settings because the physics seem to have changed tyre wear, although fuel depletion doesn't seem to have been changed that much. But we did find that things in general are okay. You seem to have to brake a bit sooner, turn in a bit sooner, but the general consensus is of probably the faster drivers that it's better. With regard to the tyre wear, even though it's going to be higher tyre wear, the race settings of each race will just have to be amended accordingly, won't they?
Yeah, we've got our fastest lap so far is redacted.
Yeah.
Not too far behind Tidgney, but as we see just before you joined, he did go a bit wide on the hairpin there.
Oh, did he? Right.
Yeah,
okay.
So he'll have a bit more to find. He definitely lost more than that there.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, Reducted's got a 125.42. Tidgney's not far behind from. I can't see the interval at the moment. Oh, there you go. So he's just about a third of a second behind, and if he had to abort his last lap because of going wide, then it sounds like he's got a bit more there to give. Great cars, I love these cars. One of my favourite cars.
Yeah.
You've got a Group 4, haven't you? I think.
Yeah, I've got the Group 4 in my inventory in ZFS. Tested that and it felt. I've driven this in the online lobbies we was hosting, that TAF was hosting anyway. And it felt really, really smooth to drive, but just seemed to lack that top end. Like you really seem to notice it.
We tested a lot of Group 3 cars for the Team Throwdown, and this was the main car we wanted. We thought it was kind of...
ART now for their free flying laps.
So that's TCR, their qualifying completed now, I take it.
Yep. Yep, that's
So
them done.
Reducted on pole at the moment, provisional, with Tidgney, then Shelty, Hogston, and then Inferno Fox. Fast times there, as you'd expect from a well-established racing team such as TCR. Clean races as well when we raced against them recently, ZFS. Then some very excellent racing, some of the best we've seen in CTC, really, wasn't it? If I remember.
Yeah, we had a really good good battle with ART as well, if I remember
We
correctly.
did, yeah.
Again, all nice and clean, very respectful.
But yeah, going back to when we had Team Throwdown on the go, we tested all the Apex Group 3 cars, and McLaren, I thought, went under the radar a little bit, and we knew how good it was. We ended up going for the Mazda Vision because I think yellow, maybe green team got the McLaren, but they didn't use it. They used Z4 or something instead, and we were just perplexed because it's such a good car, and we'd have loved it. But that's how good it was that we wanted it as our first choice. But going back to the physics update, we have an ongoing Mazda Roadster championship at the moment, and KW and myself had to reformat the settings. I think it was Thursday night for the last two races because the tyre wear just was making the overall race model kind of unfeasible.
Yeah,
It was going to end up being like a 4-stop or a 5-stop or something like that.
but many don't see it as negative. I don't see it as negative. It seems a bit
Just got
more
to change settings.
realistic
Yeah, it's got to change settings. That's what you've got to do, isn't
in
it?
terms of the wear, and there's supposed to be a new heat function, or I don't know, who knows what they've done in the background. So they've completed their outlaps.
So ART, they're a bit bunched up there, aren't they?
They are a little. I'm not sure they're gonna. Oh no, his second lap wasn't. We have had one, so they haven't been able to get close to TCR yet. But again,
No.
only their first laps.
Yep. So at the moment, ART Matt is the fastest of the ART team, sorry, and he's at the moment 2.1 seconds behind pole sitter being reducted. So it's
Getting
quite
a
a big
lucky
gap.
bit of slip.
That's a big gap, isn't it? But he's
Well,
up,
it is.
a quarter of a second here on his personal best. But still, that's a lot of time to find on top of that as well.
Hey, unless there was a mistake somewhere, but going to improve a bit.
Just coming in on his, give us his fastest lap.
Hopper's in the 127s, Nene in the 128s, Will in the 128s, 129s for Butcher Boy, 29s for Beardy there.
So good result for TCR there for sure.
Yeah, they've got, this is their last. They got one more flying lap to try and make an improvement.
Yep.
We'll stick with Matt for the moment.
He's still nearly 1.8 seconds down, which is like a lot of time to find, isn't it?
It is. Hopefully that ain't a reflection of how the race will be. Hopefully it's going to be a bit closer than that.
Just had a bit of a.
Oh, well, we've had a spin there.
Hit a barrier there, I think. Matt did. Yeah, the other thing we was chatting about after the new update was that tyres seem to lose performance proportional to the wear. So whereas before you could run softs and maybe mediums until they're within an inch of their life and still get fairly consistent lap times, but now they seem to drop off a lot quicker, which again is more realistic and I think better. And also with tyres that are completely worn now, the vehicles are almost undrivable, which stops people getting faster laps on completely worn softs than if they were running hard.
There you go. So that's going to be your starting order. Uh, Hocker's managed to swing in a 126 there to get himself sixth place.
Is there room for me to drop in now?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm. Yeah, because the race hasn't started yet.
All right, 2 seconds.
They've got to reset the lobby settings anyway.
So what's the grid looking like at the moment?
So at the moment, you're it's going to have to be set. There we go. So looking at the results page now, uh, leading the race is going to be Redacted, second Tidgney, third Shelty, fourth White Tiger, fifth Hodgson, sixth going to be Hockers, and seventh is going to be ART Matt. Eighth is going to be TCR Inferno Fox. Oh, and we ain't got a second page because the lobby's been reset.
And I didn't make a note of what tyres people were using. Did you?
It's qualify on what you want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course it is. Yeah. And then you get 2 sets of each tyre for the
Yeah,
evening. Is that right?
yeah, that's right. So it's going to be interesting. Tyre choice is going to play a big part in this. Be interesting to see what people take. Given that the where are we at the second race? That's the Group 3 Volkswagen Beetle at Maggior full course.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So at the moment it's looking like a TCR kind of front lockout, really, isn't it?
Yeah, just thinking.
Uh,
I'm just thinking
Will's
of.
Will's the highest start driver in fifth. But at the moment, if TCR work together well, I mean, Deep Forest is not obviously it's an easy place to overtake on the straights, but if they work together, they should be able to kind of hopefully get somebody to pull away a bit and make a bit of space. Front four TCR drivers are all A plus drivers as well.
Yeah, the difference in times was definitely the difference between a ranking level. Without that,
Mm.
you'd get that if you was in a sort of a daily or whatever, or you'd expect it anyway.
So I think we're just waiting at the moment for everyone to tick in to get the race going. It's a timed race. It's the
Yeah,
usual format. Chick,
yeah,
it's half an hour. Is that right?
yeah, usual format, 30-minute race.
So do you think? What do you think the tyre choice is going to be?
I think you're more likely to use your soft sear given it's with the CO3 weather and um, starting off in the evening.
So the softs will last a bit longer with the cooler temperatures.
Yeah, I would assume this is the race you start on softs, but again, this is just an uneducated guess at this point.
Mm. Mm.
You got any thoughts on it?
Personally, I always like to start on the slower tower and end on the faster one, but it depends on the weather conditions. And like you said, if you're starting off with a cooler temperature, part of the weather model, then I mean you want to start on the soft because it'll wear less. So just watching now, they're on the grid, ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride, I think, with White Tiger. Actually, I'm going to ride with TCR Hodgson and see where we go. So we've got 5 red lights, waiting for them to go out to get the race started. Oh, full start there by
Oh,
a pole
redacted.
sitter, redacted, and
Oh,
he's,
Matt's gone
oh
straight
no,
into the back of him. Will
oh dear, oh
hasn't
dear.
even started the race. Uh,
Hockers looks like Hockers has pinched the lead
Hockers has
from
pinched the
5th.
lead from 5th place.
What a start!
He is capitalised on what can only be described as a horrendous start.
Oh, and Hodgson's gone off. There's quite a bit of contact there on turn 1.
We'll try and get a little look at that, see what happened. Oh, yeah, it's whoever was. It was someone. I think it was Hodgson. Came in a bit hot behind his teammate Inferno, and had to run himself wide.
Well, pole sitter just didn't start. I mean, I don't know if it was a full start or he just,
Well, it's strange because Will didn't even get off the line, and I myself, since the update, have had a couple of issues where the pedals just don't seem to want to work.
Yeah, well, they're calling a red flag, so it looks like it's going to be a restart. Will's still on the starting grid at the moment.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, he's just got... Oh, okay. Yeah, so what we've got a wheel failure, a black screen. Yeah, we had the... Yeah, that was a bit of a mad one, that was, weren't it?
That was crazy. I bet Hockers is gutted because he made a blinding start from 5th.
Yeah. He'd have been the one saying, no, leave it.
No, that's it, yeah. But I wonder what the criteria is for a restart. We obviously have criteria with ZFS racing. If there's more than, I think it's 4 people
4 cars with damage on the
incurred
first lap.
damage after the first turn, I think it is.
But that's usually where it goes down.
Yeah, you're quite right. That's the protocol for us, but I don't know what the protocol is for CTC. But obviously somebody's got to make the call. But anyway, they have done, and so we're going to have a restart.
Probably quite rightly there. There was
I think so.
a driver on each team affected by some sort of breakdown.
Yeah. It was a weird one, really, because there seemed to be about 2 or 3 things happening at once. There was the
it was a lot to try and follow that. We'll try better this time. All right, let's.
So we're back on the grid.
Let's try again.
I'm gonna go and sit, I think, with Inferno Fox. So 5 red lights, waiting to go out, and away we go.
Everyone's off.
That's a bit better. A bit better of a start there.
All right, let's see if we can. It's unfortunate for
Hockers, yeah.
Hockers, yeah, definitely. But this time, TCR get out nice and cleanly, keeping that order of qualification.
Always the first turn, isn't it? There's always contact, nearly always.
Oh, who's that?
Just a slight nudge or push here. It's usually where people have different braking zones.
Yeah, it's clean enough so far.
Again, yeah, it's been okay.
With these new physics, the colder tyres seem to react pretty poorly to braking at first.
So we seem to be at the moment kind of the same position as we started on the grid.
Yeah,
Redacted was pole, Tichney second, Shelty third, White Tiger in fourth, and Hodgson fifth, Hocker sixth, Matt seventh, and Will D eighth, TCR Inferno Fox ninth, Nene 10th and 11th, Butter Boy. Still quite bunched up at the moment. Redacted has pulled probably about half a second gap to Tichney. But you look at those TCR boys, they're kind of the front 4 are kind of pulled a little bit of a gap there. Hocker's just spun. Oh no. Hocker's just took a terrible spin. He's now at the back. He's incurred damage, but obviously it's on light. So that was on the final corner. I don't think there was any contact. I think he just overcooked it on the exit a little bit.
Just having a little look at it now. Yeah, maybe a little bit greedy on the throttle there.
So easy done though.
On the exit.
Got to be so patient on that turn.
Back to our leader, Redacted, pulling nearly. Oh, he's just got a half a second penalty. That's going to throw Tidgeney straight into first place, more than likely, with only less than a second ahead.
So at the moment, all the top 5 are on mediums. Will, who's in 6th, is on hards. And we've got Inferno Fox on softs, who's in 8th. And I think everyone else is on mediums.
Oh, Willie D's had a great start. I think, did he not start something like 11th?
I think you may be right, yeah.
May have been a little on the hards as well. Good on him.
So Redacted's pulled a 1.2 second lead at the moment, but he has got that half a second penalty. So Tidgeney's going to be, right on his tail in a minute when he has to serve that out. Yeah, you look at the front 4 are all fairly closely, within a second more or less of each other.
Yeah, that's a TCR train there.
And then you get to 5th, which is TCR Hodgson, and he's 3 seconds behind the leaders and 2 seconds in front of Will D. So, as we thought, TCR pulling a bit of a gap out now, really.
Took the slipstream, took the opportunity to pass his teammate. There ain't going to be no fighting, though. This is going to be organised now. Keep it calm, keep it smooth, and it's yours, barring a strategy mishap.
Yeah, well, I think at the moment it looks like TCR have got 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So, they're gapping as well. I mean, 5th place.
You see from the qualifying times that there was a 1 second gap, and 8
Will
seconds
D,
off.
who's ART's highest position driver, is 8.7 seconds behind the leader at the moment after 3 laps.
Is there a possible? Oh, I don't know. We're 4 minutes in. His fuel don't look like he could do a 1 stop. So
no, I don't think so. But Will D's on hards. He's doing incredibly well on hards.
Yeah, I was just wondering why he would pick the hard. Maybe he might even be a controller player. Who knows?
Either that, or perhaps he's
a bit wide there, Will.
Oof.
Oh, and that's let Inferno Fox back into the game. He's currently in he just come out the slip of map as we come through the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm with him. So you got Wills, Willie D, and then Matt, and then Inferno Fox. All getting a bit punchy there.
Oh, look at that.
Great move.
He just sneaked up the outside.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to make it stick? He gets
no.
1 place. He demotes. Will's lost 2 places.
Oh
there.
dear. Oh. Bit of contact there, I think. Inferno Fox has ended up in the barriers.
Just going to have a look at it now. I'm on ball in front.
Looked like there was a bit of contact.
Oh yeah. No, he's lost the back. Hit the barrier.
Has he?
And yeah, it's unfortunate that the ART driver copped it behind Willie.
Just a racing incident then?
Yeah, it's pure racing incident. Nothing in it.
So Tidgeney's still leading the race at the moment, but Redacted is within 0.3 of a second behind him, so he's keeping him very honest. Both on the same tyres. Tyre wear is almost identical, but Redacted's using a little bit more fuel, but that's probably where he led for 2 or 3 laps before he got that time penalty.
Yeah, he would have
So
been. He was fastest lap,
he
so
had
he would
pole,
have
didn't
been
he, as well?
pushing. Yeah, he would have been pushing. Kennels.
It's always fascinating watching them, these top drivers, the lines they take. You know, they take so much more out of the curbs. You know, corner entries. You know, they're right on the limit of kind of a penalty when they cut curbs and you know.
Well, and we know, and Redacted found out that the penalties here are harsh and frequent. They can be.
See, the fuel's almost matched now, where Tidney's not in Redacted's toe, but it's now the other way around. It seems to have converged.
Let's pop back towards the back of the pack and see what we're going here. We've got Willie D being chased down by his teammate Beardy at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm sat with Nene, who's currently in 12th, ART, on racing mediums. Don't know whether he's had a big crash, because he's about 35 seconds off the leaders at the moment, but he's in that kind of no man's land where there's no one around you, and you kind of can very easily like drop your pace off because there's no one to try and catch. He is looking at the real-time gap timer. Oh, he's just cut the first corner really badly. I would imagine he might get a penalty for that. And then we've got Hockers, who had that blinding start in the first race start, which unfortunately got red flagged. He's down in 10th at the moment, which I'd imagine he's a bit disappointed with, given his performance in the first race, however short it was. And then we've got Beardy in 9th, another ART driver. He's kind of bunched up with Will D and Hockers at the moment. And I think when you're in a group, when you're in a team competition like this, you know, they're all in the same chat. If somebody is kind of holding up, you know, 2 or 3 other drivers, he's just got to let them go, hasn't he? And whether he's given them a tow or to get them to save some fuel, or whether he's, you know, basically, you know, just racing his own race and kind of slowing them down a little bit, it's not really that clear. So White Tiger at the moment, who's in 4th, has got, you know, 7.6 seconds on 5th place Hodgson at the moment. So like we said, and you know, the front 4 really are kind of like pulling away now with quite a big gap after only you know, a third of the race gone. Still quite a close battle for the top 3, being Tidney, Redacted and Shelty. Very close actually. At 1.4 seconds covering the top 3. We're not even midway through the race yet. You still there, Chick?
Oh, sorry about that.
Did you fall asleep?
No, someone at the bleeding door. I thought I said something. I come back, I was already on mute.
I was just saying that the top 3 are you know, quite close really. You've got 1.5 seconds covering, you know, Tidney, Redacted and Shelty. Be interesting to see. I mean, they're in that position
Tiger's
where
cruising along there in 4th.
yeah, he's kind of in the middle of nowhere, isn't he? You know, he's got
Hodgson.
7 seconds to the man in front nearly, and nearly 9 seconds to the man behind him.
Yeah, they're sort of 10 minutes in. It's sort of the pace has been set now, isn't it? It's a
It seems to be.
freeway battle between TCR for top spot.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed, until Redacted got that penalty, he seemed to have, the pace to be in the right, to be leading the race.
Yeah, it was
He's
that.
within
Yeah,
half a second behind Tidgney at the moment.
it was literally like you say. It was just that penalty, weren't it?
Yeah, I think if he hadn't have incurred that, then he'd very easily still be leading this race.
So just jumped on having a look at Hodgson being chased by ART Matt at the minute. Currently 2.4 seconds behind him. That's the that's the sort of the next group, the next two close to racing.
Yeah, I think if you look at Up
Will
to
still
Boy,
push. Yeah. Oh, Will a bit
he's having a
loose
bit
on
of a
them
fight with
hards.
Will D and Beardy, so there's a bit of a battle there from 7th to 9th. But other than that, it's all fairly well kind of spaced out except the top two, isn't it, really?
It is. It is. I noticed there was a comment in the from Kennels saying about the harder compounds handling a lot better now.
Yeah, I found when we was testing the Mazda Roadsters the other day that for me the medium actually and the hard felt really good. Usually there's a
Yeah. Oh,
massive difference between
that
softs
was
and mediums and
Buck
hards.
to Boy there. Had a little bit of a spin, I think. Have a little look.
He's got a bit of damage, yeah,
Oh,
front aero and front
yeah,
left.
came in a bit too hot and found out. Any change in her lead? Nothing at the minute.
No, it's still very close.
0.4 seconds the gap between first and second.
You look at the tyre wear between them, between first and second, virtually identical.
It is literally identical.
It's like uncanny. It really is.
It's like, you know what I mean, Redacted's following his
And
own
almost
ghost
third.
or
Look at
something.
third. Like so, Tidgney, Redacted, and
Oh, he's got
Shelty,
less.
tyre wear.
He's got less. It's ever so slight less. Like
Front left,
minuscule
maybe.
amounts. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Minuscule amounts, but still.
That's mad how close it is, isn't it?
But we've reached the halfway mark now.
Yeah.
Um,
So it looks like it's going to be obviously a one-stop, but it'll be interesting to see if, because TCR is so far ahead at the moment, is whether they get two sets of softs and two sets of mediums and two sets of hards for both races.
yeah, fourth is currently 10 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah.
Fifth place, 24 seconds behind. They seem to be bunching up a little. Maybe not.
I think they're going to go medium soft on both races because they're over half, just about coming to halfway now. They've probably got about 25%, 30% fuel left. Tyres are probably 55, 60% worn, so they easily get another 5 minutes, if not longer, out of these mediums and fuel. So a short stint on the softs, and which leaves you soft and medium for the next race. Alternatively, if you're that far ahead, like these guys are, is whether you go to hards, and then that leaves you with two softs and one medium for the next race.
One moment, mate.
No problem. So still with Tidgney and Redacted at the moment. So Redacted's about half a second behind Tidgney. Very similar lines they're taking. They obviously practice a lot together. And as we've been saying, the tyre wear is uncannily similar. Then we've got Shelty, who's 3 seconds behind Redacted in second. White Tiger is then a good 7 seconds behind Shelty in third. And then we start moving down the pack with Hodgson, ART Matt in sixth, Willie D in seventh, ART Beardy in eighth, ART Hockers in 9th, ART Butterboy in 10th, ART Nay Nay in 11th, and TCR Inferno Fox bringing up the rear of the field in 12th. And at the moment, 1 minute and 2 seconds behind the leader.
Who's that? 1 minute and 2 seconds behind?
Inferno Fox.
He's had an absolute.
But I think he's pitted. Well, I think he's pitted. Look at his fuel.
Yeah.
And his tyre wear.
He's definitely pitted. But
So he must have started on softs, I'd have thought.
He's had a bit of a nightmare this first race.
Yeah. What's the pit stop? Do you know the time?
Not really. Got any battles going on back here?
Look at the lap times, front three, 127s, all the way down the board.
Hockers is chasing down, getting chased. Beardy's getting chased down by Hockers. Battle for 8th there. Yeah,
about half a second in that at the moment. Hockers should, if you can get through these corners and stay that close to him, he'll get a pretty good toe off the on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, it's easy to overcook and spin through that turn.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, we raced this layout and similar settings last Wednesday, didn't we, in the Mazdas?
We did.
Not last Wednesday. Was it the Wednesday before, weren't it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, the last Wednesday was Grand Valley reversed short, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was this one before that. So Hockers has gone in.
Hockers pit in on mediums. Be interested to see how long his pit stop takes. Actually, I'm on the timer as we speak.
Leaders are still out there at the moment.
No need to pit at the moment, have they really?
No.
Their lap times, they're 127s, fairly consistent.
Yeah, till you see a significant drop there, then you're not really.
Quick pit stop. Just coming back out on track, about 25 seconds. Yeah, I mean, at the moment, you look at Tidgney and redacted times. I mean, they're still hitting the same time as they were,
still the same tyre wear.
Yeah, exactly the same tyre wear. But they have no need to pit until they start dropping off.
Yeah, they'll just run the tank out, I imagine.
Yeah. Although if they are going to go on to softs, obviously you want to make, give the softs enough laps to make the difference. But I think they'll go on hards. I think, TCR...
this is the thing. Do you waste a set of softs?
Exactly.
Do you waste the hards? What delights in an afternoon setting at Maggiore? What's that going to bring?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what the strat's going to be at Maggiore. I mean, if it's a one-stop, they can afford to, go on softs next and go have a medium-soft strategy in the next race. But if it's a two-stop, then, I mean, I would use hards and save the two softs and a medium for the next race.
Because I'd argue that Maggiore is a far more scrubby track on the tyres.
Has a lot more high-speed corners, which
seems
does,
to be, from what I've tested, that seems to be where you get your wear.
And definitely, after the last update, the fronts seem to wear far more quickly now than the rears. But looking at the tyre wear for the front three guys, it's fairly consistent.
Okay, we're pitted. Top.
So let's see. I think they're going to go softs. Hards. That's where I was going. But
we'll soon
what
find
do you think?
That. I think they'll probably. I think they'd definitely save obviously the medium for the next race. Probably waste soft.
Softs, yeah.
Oh, it would just be at this point for the top three there. It'd probably be a battle of who can get the fastest lap.
I think Tidgney must have underfueled a bit more than redacted because he's come out a little bit ahead, about a second and a half. So that would indicate that the next race is a one-stop, wouldn't it? because if it was a two-stop, they'd have saved this off being that far ahead for a faster strap.
Evening, Tef.
Is he joining or?
No,
Is he on?
he's unfortunately had to deal with a family emergency.
Oh, I hope everything's okay. Yeah, so Tidgeney's pulled out about a 1.6 second break now, no? Just looking
Yeah,
at the fuel. Yeah, he's under fueled slightly compared
ever
to
so
Redacted.
slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, that's all it takes to get an advantage, isn't it?
Small margins. I mean, you think, these, this has all happened because of a half a second penalty. Going back down the field at the moment, they all seem to be fairly well spaced out at the moment. Nothing too close happening. In fact, they all are. It's only the front two that seem to be close to each other. So,
Yeah, mate. I've already sent an invite to your Tef. You can join if and whenever you want, mate. Sorry, just on board with Tidgeney at the minute. This will be his first flying lap on the softs. I suspect he might be able to take a bit of time out of that fastest lap, go for the extra point. There we go. So he really driving that smoothly.
yeah, he's a top racer, isn't he? I mean, we've all watched his videos, haven't we? He obviously knows what he's doing. And I think he was, from what Kieran said the other day, he's been incredibly highly ranked. And so you'd expect him to kind of be at the front at least on this race, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, having covered the ZFS race against TCR, he was quite unfortunate in that race not to beat Amsterdam.
That was a really good race. That was.
Yeah, it was. It was quite intense.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought he was going to force Amsterdam into making an error, but as it happened, he didn't, and Dan held his place, and he was, rightly so, very chuffed with it as well. So yeah, at the moment, the gap's still consistent, about 1.6 seconds. We've got about 6 minutes to go. I'd imagine now that Redacted, if he's able to, needs to start trying to close that gap a little bit, so he can get in the toe, and at least
He's
have a chance of trying to take the lead off Tidgeney.
He is currently quicker with that fastest lap.
Yeah.
And Tidgeney's there it
Responded.
goes. This will be the battle for the fastest lap. Tidgeney with no sort of toe. Redacted a little bit too far out of the slip there.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do. He kind of needs to try
Kennels,
and
man,
get to that.
come back anytime, mate.
Oh, is he coming back to ZFS?
Yeah, he says he misses us guys. He needs to just come and race. We're still there. Come and drop in with the Mazdas on Wednesday.
I'm trying to find our live stream on YouTube. TCR versus ART. Oh, here we go.
Tidgeney's still trying to get that fastest lap off of his teammate there.
He's pushing hard, isn't he? I'm just going to go down through the order a minute to see where everyone else is.
I'm going to pop and have a look. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm with Hodgson, who's just picked up a 1 second penalty. He's also on the softs, and he's got Hockers right on his tail, so Hocker's going to take that position. Just going around turn 1 there, up under the tunnel. Hocker's will Hodgson, sorry, will serve his penalty now, and Hockers takes 6th place.
Yeah, don't know. Hodgson make a mistake in the pit, or he must have made a mistake on the track. That's 2 places there, with
Yeah, he had a
ART
second
Matt
penalty.
sneaking into 5th as well.
Yeah. Oh, had an off there. Back to point 11th on turn 1. And then we've got ART Nene, who's 12th at the moment, and 1 minute and 18 off the leaders. So yeah. Oh, so I'm back with Tidgney and Redacted, and Redacted's pulling that lead down now. So just over a second. So that's what he needed to do. Get close enough to try and get a bit of a tow, and at least then he's in a position to challenge, isn't he?
Yeah, not only
down to
that,
a second.
He might be able to with a bit of slip. He's already got the fastest lap with a bit of slip. But
yeah.
Then again, here we go. This is the prime example. It's night. It's cold. And them softs are just scrubbing.
Yeah.
Well, how many laps we got on them?
2, 3. 2.5 minutes left to go, so I reckon he got 3 laps.
Yeah. So yeah, they've done an out lap, and three hot laps, and the tyres
down to a second now, shaking the lead. So very, very close.
Yeah, we're just looking at that now at the minute.
I think Tidgney seems to be struggling a bit. It was down to under a second then.
Well, this is the point where you start noticing the a downgrade in performance in your tyres.
Yeah, yeah. Like we were saying earlier, you know, the tyres are wearing proportionately to the performance of the tyres are proportionate to the wear now, whereas before, you know, they kept performance up until they were absolutely gone. But still, their tyre wear's, you know, very similar. But Redacted's got a bit more fuel, so I don't know whether Tidgney's having to lift and coast a little bit to get these last 3 laps in.
Oh, I don't know what's gone on with Hodgson. He's going backwards on them softs. He's now under pressure from Willie D.
No, I'm just with them now, yeah.
Got a nice little bit of slip there. Gone for the overtake, pulls it off beautifully.
Bit of traffic in front of him though, by the looks of it.
Yeah, that is.
Hodgson's held position.
Oh, we're going to see a little battle.
Difficult place.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
Oh, that was tight.
Well controlled from both drivers. Be in that slip to see how much momentum he can gain before the turn. Again, another dicey place to go side by side, though.
It is. I mean,
sharp right.
It's funny. People take that turn 1 in kind of 2 different lines. The wide line's meant to be the fastest. I usually take a tighter line.
I usually hug the curb through the hairpin.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but you watch the fast drivers in our group. They usually take it wide. So just a second at the moment, separating Tidgney and Redacted. I think this is going to go all the way.
We're still on board with this battle for 7th between Willie D and Hodgson.
That's still going on. I'll jump in.
It's the closest battle on track, and
that's a great move.
That was an excellent move. Hodgson just got a little bit loose there.
Yeah. Oh, he's come off and he's hit the barrier and he's got damage. Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Oh no, we missed that. Was in the replay watching Hodgson who gets that place back. Oh, on the final lap as well.
So still with Tidgney at the moment and Redacted. Just under a second, but final lap. I think it's going to, unless Tidgney makes a mistake, then I think this is going to be the finishing order. Yeah.
Oh, without that, there won't be no mistake here. He's got a back marker in front of him as well, but how unfortunate for Willie D there. He put it in on that last lap, and
so Tidgney wins. Redacted takes second. Shouty's going to come in third. White Tiger in fourth. ART Matt in fifth. ART Hockers in sixth. TCR Hodgson in seventh. Willie D, that was really unfortunate for Willie D.
Yeah,
In 8th. I
lucky
bet he'll
mate.
be upset with that. But good battle, and sometimes when you have a good battle and you don't quite get over the line in front of the other guy, you get satisfaction of the enjoyment of the battle, don't you?
Well, it took a restart, but not the most exciting race, but very, very well done to TCR there. Very, very well managed. Very well managed.
Yeah, I think, like we said, once the TCR guys, got a good start, they held position, they pulled away, then it was just a battle between themselves, really, wasn't it? But it was a very respectable battle.
Yeah, and like well, before you got on, I said that TCR yet to register a win in this in this competition. So they were. I said that they were gonna come here and throw everything at it, and bloody hell, they done it well.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I mean that was an overwhelming victory, wasn't it? Really.
Oh yeah,
But some good battles, in the midfield, and to be honest with you,
just go to the
Tierney and
results.
Redacted battled all the way to the end, really. So that was a cracking fight between those two.
Yeah, it could have been 5, 6, 7 for ART there, but that's unfortunate. But there's the table. There's your winners there. Inferno Fox managing to get himself back to 10th after his trials and tribulations.
Yeah, I mean, you know, behind these A plus drivers, Art from fifth downwards had they done okay really, didn't they? Look at the fastest lap times though, 125.7
Yeah.
for Redacted, whereas you look at the guys below third, they're 127s.
All right, so we're moving to Maggio now for the second race, which will be in the Group 3 VW Beetle. And there is going to be some changes to the lineups. And those are going to be Hodgson will be coming out for Davio Racing. Inferno Fox will be replaced with Sonic, TCR Sonic. And White Tiger is going to be replaced with BMA Taz.
I'm just gonna pop and get a drink. I'll be back in a sec.
Go for it, mate. So yeah, Volkswagen Beetle Group 3 at Maggio full course. This afternoon. Preset weather is going to be the SO1 and a progression of times 1. And this is the ART selection for the match day. For this qualifying session, each team will get 2 flying laps per driver, and it will be ART who lead us out on that one. Just jump on here, get a little look at the livery TCR pulled off here. Quite like that. Yeah, that's mental. Nice little look there. So this will just be the just a little bit of practice before whilst we get ready for qualifying for race number 2. So after a good first race, ART are going to want to try and come back at them and make life difficult for me, and they're going to need to qualify well for that.
So what's the settings on this one? Like, is it tyre wear fairly similar to what it was?
Same again.
Is it? So
Yeah, times 6 on the tyre and times 4 on the fuel.
so you think another medium soft strategy then?
Yeah, again, this is the afternoon race, so and I would bet that the tyre wear on the soft's going to be quite bad.
Like you said, lots of high speed corners here, which does scrub them out. So it seems. So be interesting, really. How do you get on the Beetle? Do you like it?
To be honest with you, I've never really given it a chance. I've never felt the need to use it.
Yeah, it's a bit Marmite, isn't it? Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm kind of like you. I mean, I've used it when I've had to, like the recent DTM series we done at ZFS Racing, which was a really good format. We had 5 races, and you had to choose. You had 6 German Group 3 cars, and you had to choose a different car for each race, but you could only use the car once. And one of the cars in the lineup was the Beetle. And when I used it, I really liked it. But I think you've got to give it time and learn to use it, like all the cars, really. Stunning liveries again.
Yeah, I was just having a look at those a minute ago. TCR's is quite in your face, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that one.
My new arts is a bit colourful as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
TCR's is like really in your face, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like it's been paintballed or something.
The intimidation livery.
Yeah. Have you driven any of the new cars since the update, Chick?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What have I done? Bloody loads of them. Ferrari, Genesis, Porsche. Um, Taff had a. He's meant to be joining us.
He's always late.
Hurry
He's
up,
like,
Taff. Yeah, Taff had some open lobbies going the other day. Yeah, it was interesting. A lot of different tracks, a lot of different cars.
yeah, I jumped in for a few races. Yeah, it was everything's different, and with the ZFS career mode, you buy a Group 3 car, and you at the lower level licenses are fairly cheap, but when you get the higher licenses like Expert, the cars are 1.4 million credits, and so you have to pick a car and stick with it. It's not like before when you had 4 or 5 cars. Those days are gone. Yeah, it's interesting really because the cars that were really good before maybe don't feel quite so good now. And as a consequence, I think we're going to have to reorder the marketplace, which we've been talking about quite a lot in the moderator chat.
Oh, so what we've got so far. It's hard to tell, isn't it? When you're practicing.
Yeah,
Oh,
big
well, he
spin there
did
by
have a
Winnie.
spin.
Yeah. Where is that Welshman?
Hodgson's not on pad.
Oh, isn't he? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, complaining about the physics.
Who's that in the lobby?
No, in the room chat.
What are we
Willie D
saying?
spinning, yeah. I think it seems to be when they're kind of corner exits and getting a bit too greedy with the throttle, whereas before it would stick and now it just seems to be spinning. So I think it's kind of learning the corner entries and exits again, following the physics update that's going to have to be done.
First look at Sonic joining us for the second race here.
So TCR Sonic is a replacement driver, and then we've got Davio. Yeah.
Yep.
And who else have we got? Taz, TCR Taz.
Yeah, BMA. Yeah. I went through the changes when you was off there.
Oh right, okay. I have to go and get another beer.
Hey. It's actually probably how long until the race?
So at the moment, fastest lap is Tidgney. Yeah, he's on mediums at the moment, but I'd imagine he's set that lap on softs.
While they sort out the lobby, I will let you entertain people. I'll grab a drink quickly.
Yep, okay, mate. So just free practice at the moment, leading up to qualifying for race 2. I don't know whether everyone who's watched race 1, but it was a fairly comprehensive win for TCR. Tidgney taking first, which but he did have a bit of a race-long battle with Redacted. Redacted was leading, but got a half-a-second penalty, which let Tidgney through, and then they kind of held out order. But they were within the end of the race. They was within about 0.8 of a second, so it was good watching. But it seemed after probably about 3 or 4 laps, the field spread out a little bit, and it was quite an uneventful race in some cases. So it looks like they're about to start the qualifying. So the drivers are just ticking in now, and I'm not sure who's going out first, but we'll soon find out. Be interested to know, anyone who's listening to the stream, what your thoughts are following the recent update and the physics change. We've been doing quite a bit of testing at ZFS and to try and find out what the main differences are, and especially to the car performances. But yeah, I'd like to hear anyone's views on it if they'd like to put them into the chat. So it looks like ART are out qualifying first. At the moment, I'm sat with ART Hockers, who's leading them around on the outlap. And then we've got Nene second, bit of a big slide there. And then we've got Willie D, Shelty, Taz, and then Davio. So just sat at the moment with Nene, just coming up the hill into the last sector, fast left right before you get to the right horseshoe, which is kind of like the penultimate corner section. Taken that, went a little bit wide there onto the grass and spun out, unfortunately. Again, a bit greedy on the throttle coming out of there, which most people seem to be struggling with. So with Willie D now, he's managed to keep it on track, coming round just to finish his out lap and start his flying lap. So the best thing Nene can do now is wait until his damage subsides and then start his flying lap if he's got time. He's also Taz seems to have picked up a half-second penalty, which would have been an infringement on the track limits. I'd have thought. Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Just so ART are out at the moment.
It ain't started yet.
Sorry, TCR.
It's just about it ain't started yet, mate.
Oh, I thought they'd actually started. My apologies.
No, this is the their practice. I think they're literally just about to start now.
I've just been commentating on qualifying. It wasn't qualifying.
Excellent. I've done that twice already.
They seem to be struggling on corner exits. They seem to be
Who's that?
a few of them just like putting the throttle down a bit too quickly and spinning out.
Here we go. Hocker's out first for ART. Be 2 flying laps this time. And then back into the pit.
So I'm going to sit with Matt, ART Matt. So at the moment he's sat behind Nene and Willie D. Nene's pulled over to let them both go past.
Caught a glimpse of that. Getting themselves into
Seems
some
quite
sort of
unstable
order.
going down to this first, sharp right-hander. The car seems to be moving about a bit under braking.
Yeah, again, I was driving the Ferrari, Group 3 Ferrari around here, and that felt really unstable. I usually quite like that car there.
Yeah, that right-hand turn down the hill, the first one. Just coming up to Banky Boy now with Matt. Taking it in third. Good exit there. Coming up the hill. Fast left-hander. Little bit, no, cut the curb well. Sharp on the right-hander. And then coming into the kind of like twin right-hand turn in the last section. Cutting the curb nicely there. Being patient on the throttle. And cutting the curb there well on the penultimate corner. And this last turn onto the straight is always a bit tricky because you can cut it really, really tight. You can almost go over the curb, which Matt's just done there, and has got an incredibly good exit.
We're on board at the minute with Hockers for his first flyer.
Yeah.
Good start. People pull it a bit wide here to get the turn in. A bit more speed on the turn.
Yeah, usually you can cut that turn 3 really tight, can't you? But seem to be kind of missing the apex a little bit. I think the thing is, after this physics update, everyone's still using their same braking points.
Yeah.
And you're kind of running a little bit wide.
And each car's behaving differently, as it should.
Yeah. Absolutely. Nice line there through that. Love it when they take that tight. Flat out.
Oh, it took all of that curve. That might.
No, I think he's okay.
So this is where it gets real. You can take a lot of speed down through this corner.
Banky Boy, usually braking about the 50 mark. Down the third, sometimes second for rotation, exiting
taking
third.
As much of that curb in the middle as possible.
Took that well.
Flat out through here. I don't think you used to be able to take that much of that middle curb there. The grass used to spit you out a bit.
Yeah, well, I always keep as tight as I can on that first right-hander of that horseshoe kind of arrangement. And this corner here, you can ride that curb and look there, exactly like he's done there. Took that really well.
You don't seem to get as much slippage on the touching off the track anymore.
So Hawkers is set at 156.9, and we'll see how that compares in a minute. So Matt's gone faster, with a 156.73.
Beardy gets himself into third place.
Up the boy in fourth at the moment.
Yep, Nene
second
in
off the front two. Nene in fifth. Willie D, I should say. He's obviously had that. He's had an accident or something.
He's had an off on the first one, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, watch them break in as you go down to this here. That seems so. See, like if you with Willie D.
I can be. Yep.
Absolutely. But that, the downhill right-hander braking under that, it seems to be kind of really unstable compared to what it used to be like. So TCR have just been given the go signal. Still leaving pits now.
Yep. So 5 minutes.
So I'm going to sit with ART Matt at the moment. See who's going to finish first.
Two flying laps this time. Oh, look at that. I'm with Willie D. He's putting it in, but he's lost it again.
So I'm with Hoppers at the moment,
unlucky,
who's sitting
mate.
second. He's just coming up to finish his lap. Let's see if he can make an improvement. He's sitting second, 0.2 of a second behind Matt at the moment. Looked fairly clean up to now from what I've seen. Yeah, he goes fastest, 156.2. Pulls half a second on Matt, and he pits. Matt's coming up, and Matt stays second.
Matt.
Yeah. I'm with Beardy at the moment. He's just coming up to the start-finish line, and he remains third with a personal best there.
Nene gets the fourth.
Yep.
So
and Bupta Boy fifth, and Willie D sixth. He had a couple of incidents there on both laps, didn't he?
Yeah, we was on board with Willie there, and he got to the downhill hairpin, and yeah, he just, I don't know, maybe a little too much throttle on the exit. Seems to be what kills the most at the minute since the update. Little harder to judge how much to give it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. I think you've either got to use TC or kind of feather it in. So I'm with Sonic at the moment, who's just coming around to start his fast lap.
Yeah, we're jumping on board with Sonic. We're going to watch him go around for this first of 2 hot laps they get.
Yep.
Oh, it's just sliding that in.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh. He's sliding all over the place. Trying to get the power down. So usually be a lot tighter there, wouldn't you? It's catching them out for sure. You watch the braking down to this turn. Usually it's really stable. Usually brake at the end of the grey curve coming up now.
Yeah.
Look, so unstable. It's all over the shop.
He's holding it well, taking it to every limit.
Yeah.
On the curbs there, as you do at that sort of level.
Take a lot out of that last curve, can't you?
Yeah. I always seem to get penalties on it. Oh.
And he's fastest at the moment. See, he's gone to second to rotate and into third.
Get that power down.
Fairly clean lap. He's still fastest by 0.2 of a second.
Taking a little bit more time as he goes along. But that would hopefully mean the ART times are a bit more competitive for this race. Coming down to the final straight.
I think he's going to take pole at the moment.
55.
Half a second. Yeah. Tichney straight away smashes it with 154.8.
Shelty with a 155.6. Less than 0.1 of a second in front of Sonic there. Redacted not too far behind.
Sonic, that was a good lap from Sonic, wasn't it? He's third.
56.3 for Taz and 56.4 for Davo.
Yeah, I'm sat with Davo at the moment. He's got a bit of space. to Taz, who's in front of him, so he can hopefully put a good lap together. Seems to be short shifting a bit there to get a bit of traction coming out of the hairpin. To go in fourth. Ooh, I think he'll get a penalty there. He's lost a bit of control there going over those series of corners. Just coming, I think he's aborted. Yeah, he's let Taz go through. So it looks like Davio has aborted that lap.
He'll go back with Tidgney, who's just about to cross the line and is going faster still.
Interesting comment by Willie D in the YouTube chat, and he said there's definitely a difference in physics with spins, in that the pad obviously has got a bit closer to the wheel now with regard to tyre wear, but it seems that they can't save these spins so easily as they used to be able to with pad use.
Oh, Shelty squeezes in second there, redacted into third. Sonic improved on his lap but gets fourth. Taz manages to get up to sixth. Davio, we know he aborted his lap, so he'll start in seventh.
154.7.
That's a top 5 qualifying for TCR. Pretty much as you were from the last race.
Yeah, I think Davio made a mistake on his second lap and had to abort, really.
Yeah, so
this is a shame.
It seems we keep talking about it, but it is the big thing at the minute within Gran Turismo. The physics are definitely a Marmite topic. I love them, but some people seem to really, really be struggling with them.
Anyway, Willie D was saying in the chat that where you used to be able to save these spins with when you're using a pad, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. So that was a huge benefit of pad users, wasn't it?
Yeah, that it was.
Where to save a spin, you basically just move your thumb left. But when you're on a wheel, you're turning the wheel furiously to try and get out of it, and more often than not, you can't.
And you know what? That was one of the things that nearly made me go back to pad. Because I was fed up with spinning off on the wheel.
Pros and cons. I mean, the tyre wear was obviously a huge disadvantage, but being able to save spins was a massive advantage. And it seems that they've evened it up in that the tyre wear is less, but the being able to save spins and stuff like that is not quite so good. So kind of bringing the wheel and the pad users together, hopefully.
The worst thing is you can't even rule out more changes to the update as it is now.
No, it's a massive update. There'll be patches. I mean, there's been YouTube videos of cars like bouncing around. Have you seen them?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, it's mad. And they're like just floating around or flying up into the sky and stuff. And with such a big update, there's bound to be like some issues that need patching, isn't there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah. Good.
So guys are out on track, just getting a little bit of last minute practice out.
Just looking at Book to Boy there going wide, chasing Tidgley now. Yeah, the race should be starting very soon. Not long to go for that one.
Nice to see Militidus in the YouTube chat saying hello.
You've got to hope this one's going to be a bit more competitive. Here we go.
Yeah. But looking at the qualifying times, it looks like it could be more of the same.
Yeah, as you were, chaps.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Again, might have a bit of drama at turn 1 to talk about. See if we can get
so
off the first time.
I'm sat with Sonic at the moment. Difficult
Right.
first turn this as well, you know, very
Race
tight.
number 2.
So, 4 laps and they're away.
And they're off nice and clean.
Good start by Shelty by the looks of things. Yeah, I think he did get a really good away, but obviously Tidney's got the inside. Oh dear me, Sonic had to go wide there to avoid contact, but held position in 4th. Taz is coming around the outside, but couldn't hold position.
And it looks like, TCR, you got Davo there, started off in 7th. He's right on the back of Hockers in 6th, trying to make it a 1 to 6th. TCR, so who's at the back there? Beardy took a little bit too much into the turn and spun it.
Oh dear. So Shelty's all over Tidney at the moment. He's within 0.2 of a second. Showing him, pull him wide, letting him know he's there. And take it, Tidney's in VR, but maybe not.
I don't think is he a VR driver?
I don't know.
I've never
but yeah,
seen him
he's
do one in the video.
getting a really good toe going down to Banky Boy.
Oh, it's redacted there all over Shelty. He wants that second place.
Yeah, I don't.
But all very, very nice and clean and orderly at the minute. Couple of cars have spun already.
Yeah, Redacted's closing right in on Shelty at the moment, who's, you know, in turn very, very close on Tidney's tail. So it looks like Redacted's going to try and clear Shelty and take the battle to Tidney again.
Hey, this is the place to do it.
Yeah, he'll get a good toe here from both of them, won't he? So, but then again, by the time the toe kicks in, unless you're right on their tail on that corner exit, I don't think it's going to be enough. Ooh. I'm moving
Clean
on the
enough.
there.
Hockers under braking, getting back up into the pack, but Davio is still just a little near enough, just almost a second behind. Oh, hang on.
Oh, there's that. Somebody's gone off.
We had a couple of offs there. What's happened
Hockers
here?
has gone off. And it looks like Butler Boy may have gone off.
It's Sonic went wide, caught the grass. Ah, no, as well as Hockers. Ah, Sonic.
So I'm with Butler Boy and Hockers at the moment, in 10th and 11th. Very, very close. 0.2 of a second at the moment, and there's a yellow flag. Somebody else has gone off. That's Davio. Davio's gone off. Oh, Davio. Davio now down into second. He's got damage on the rear aero and rear right tyre.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
Battle now for 7th and 6th. Willie D and ART Matt, and very close.
Sonic
some good battles going on at the moment.
Despite going off onto the grass, he still finds himself in 4th place.
Taz, Sonic.
Yep, now being chased down by teammate Taz.
Great battle for 6th and 7th at the moment between the ART boys, Matt and Willie D.
Yeah, Willie D, they're struggling qualifying with the physics. Gonna try and settle down and get some places. At the moment, we do have a
We had a good exit on turn 2.
5.
He's right on his tail now. If he holds this close, he'll get him going down to the hairpin. He's got to take an early exit out of here and get a good run out.
Very close driving.
But they're so unstable in breaking down here that, you know, would you chance going on the inside?
You wouldn't fancy it, would you?
No, I don't think I would. I think I'd rather get a better exit
Especially
from
sort
here.
of fighting
And
the teammate as well.
oh, see, oh, he nearly spun then. That was so close.
We didn't go through the tyres. So
Oh,
Tidgney chose the hard, Shelty's on the medium, Redacted's on the medium, Sonic's on the medium, Taz medium, ART Matt medium, Willie's on the medium, Nene, Bupter Boy's on the hard, Davio's on the hard. So 3 drivers gone for the hards: Tidgney, Bupter Boy, and Davio. Only seems to be
interesting.
going well for one driver so far, but there's it's not an awful difference in the tyre wear, is there?
No, I don't think there is. I mean, if you look at the fuel usage, probably 25% of the fuel has been used, and then probably 25% of the tyre use. But again, we were saying that, you know, the tyres do drop off now a lot quicker than before.
Yeah, so does that open Tidgney's strategy to a hard soft? A hard medium?
Hard medium,
Sorry.
yeah, possibly so. I mean, you know, those mediums, when they're about 60% worn, then they drop off, I say.
As Tidgney
Maybe
gets
70%.
Shelty snatches fastest lap, 1:57.3 for him on the
He was
medium
in a
tyre.
Tidgney's toe there on the whole lap round, and he's on mediums. So, like you said, you know, this lap 4. Look at the tyre wear compared to the last race. These fast corners, you know, and that's really ripping them apart.
Yeah, the hards are all, yeah, absolutely right, Milts.
And what did he say?
The hards where like the mediums.
Yeah, they seem to be. If you look at the wear between Tidgney and Shelty, you know, the hards have worn less, but not a huge amount. Top 3 are still really close. You know, 1.1 a second almost separating the top 3. So I think this is going to be another TCR battle for the win.
It'd be their first win in this competition as well. But they've meant business today.
They've definitely turned up today, haven't they? That's for sure.
Yeah, don't know if it's a hard schedule. Obviously, being some real top teams in this competition, it's not the easiest
so I think,
place to race and win.
Shelty and Redacted's got to make these mediums count now, because in a minute they're going to go off the boil, aren't they? So
yeah, we're starting to. Again, there's not a major difference. Being the
probably
faster
10%,
tyre is,
something like that.
but again, Tidgney showing that
Yeah.
despite it being on paper the slowest tyre, that's not necessarily the case.
You see, like here with Shelty, he's braking later than Tidgney, but he's not. You know, he's not been able to capitalise on the faster tyre. He needs a better exit to get a toe and a pass. But at the moment, you know, it's just one of those frustrating situations where you just can't get, you know, close enough to get a good toe, or the toe doesn't last long enough. This is where I think he needs to do the damage here, getting a better exit up this hill. But every time he puts his foot down, like he did that, and he
got very
nearly
twitchy
spun
in
out.
the front.
Yeah, very unstable.
It's a front wheel drive car, isn't it?
I honestly don't know, mate. It looks like it is from the tyre wear. I was watching a YouTube video from Digit the other day after the update, and he was showing you the different types of tyre wear models, and it was fascinating how much more the fronts are wearing than rears at the moment.
Oh, another spin at the back there.
Field seems fairly spread out again at the moment.
We're staying with the battle at the front, battle for first. Tidgley still being followed by teammates Shelty and Redacted. Less than a second gap between first and second. Tidgley pulling away a little bit as it goes on that hard compound tyre.
A cracking job by Tidgley, though. I mean, you know, he's on the hards. He's holding them off. It must be very frustrating for Shelty and Redacted at the moment, knowing that, you know, they are faster, but they just can't get past him at the moment.
Yeah, well, we're not staying here just because it's Tidgley and whatever. This is the only battle at the moment, and if anything develops that we see, we will go to it.
So going down through the order at the moment, we've got Tidgley in first. He's currently running on hards. He's about half a second in front of Shelty. In third, we have Redacted. Fourth, we have TCR Sonic. Fifth, TCR Taz. I think it was Sonic who had the off, wasn't it, or the spin, and he's still in fourth. So he's recovered really well.
I'm not sure if he spun. We lost sight of him, but he definitely come off. Redacted's just picked himself a 1 second penalty up.
Oh, that'll be painful.
Knock him out of the slipstream of his teammate Shelty.
So we got ART Matt in sixth, ART Nene in seventh. We've got ART Hockers in eighth, ART Beardy in ninth, ART Butt the Boy in 10th. A bit of a battle at the moment in 12th and 11th. Sorry, 10th and 11th, Butt the Boy and Davio. So ART versus TCR. Davio looks like he's got a bit of a toe off Butt the Boy, going down to Banky Boy. Let's see if he can take a bit of a tighter line and a better exit. Both on hards, interestingly. Yeah, he's got a better exit. He's coming up the hill to that medium left-hander.
We've jumped over to this battle.
Yeah, just coming up to the...
He's going to make the move. Yep.
He's got the inside.
Breaking
Can he make it
later.
stick? That's a great line through there. Love that.
You take it.
Good line.
Great overtake there.
But the boy hasn't given up. Yeah, and if he can stick this close, he'll get a really good toe down the straight.
It's a bit. I'm not sure about that, Davey.
Yeah, that looked like a. Not sure there.
What in the braking zone was that?
That looked like a brake that maybe isn't usually a place where you usually wouldn't brake like that.
I'm not sure if he was going wide enough to apply that sort of pressure, but who knows? But for now, that seems to have ended that battle. Tidgley,
that's a shame.
Still 0.8 of a second ahead of his teammate Shelty, who's on the medium. Tidgley, as we said before, is on the hard. Again, there is obviously a difference in the wear, but it's not that great. But from my experience, this is when the mediums become a bit twitchy, a bit unresponsive. And we'll see there if the time stops dropping off.
So I'm with Nene at the moment. He's about 1.2 seconds behind Hockers. He was a bit closer at the beginning of the lap. I don't know whether he's had a bit of a incident or maybe went a bit wide.
Yeah, we've got Redacted still running in third. He's 2.3 seconds off of the leading pair now after that 1 second penalty. That taking him out of the slip, hurt him a little bit.
Killer, wasn't it, that penalty? 1 second, you know. Half a second you can usually live with, but
he's
a killer.
He's still got almost identical tyre wear to his teammate Shelty also on the mediums.
I know, it's uncanny, isn't it?
Yeah, that front right, it's looking like pit zone territory.
Tidgley just had a bit of a moment there. On the corner before the downhill right-hander. He spun a bit, lost a bit of time. The gap now is down
Just
to
having a little look now. Yeah,
0.9 of a second.
just a little wobble.
Yeah, but enough for Shelty to close the gap.
Yeah, again, still just under that second, but he's maintaining it. I think them mediums are just about done, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, we're halfway through the race now.
Yeah, we're on the 15-minute mark, so about the
So the
time.
choice, yeah, it's whether
But
he might go hard, you know.
well, the thing is, we know from the mediums being well, the softs ain't going to make it.
No.
Yeah, your choice is that you've got to take the hard. And again, I think that would be why that's obviously why the choice. Hang on, we had an accident up ahead.
We got the yellow flag. Somebody's had an incident by the looks of it.
That Willie? Yeah, we just missed. Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, he had a spin and then spun again. Oh, and then he's had enough, I think.
Ooh,
Oh,
God, that was close.
Blimey!
Tidgeney nearly caught him there on the pit entry. So
We're just going to go
I
into
don't
the
know whether
replay of
Tidgeney's going to go to the
see how
mediums
close
now.
that was.
Yeah, wouldn't it? I mean, Tidgeney's.
Oh,
What do you think? He's going to go mediums now.
That we just watched the replay of Tidgeney coming in the pits past Willie there. That was bleeding close.
It was, wasn't it?
That was close.
So Shelty's gone on hards, and he's. Do you know it was? Oh, he's under fueled. Look at Shelty's fuel compared to Tidgeney's. That's how he's got out in front of him.
Yeah. Ooh. Whoa. So he's got So he's had to go on the hards, using mediums in the last race.
Yeah.
Again, Tidgeney same thing. So we can assume Tidgeney's on that. Don't think anybody's gone onto a soft. Yeah.
No.
No mediums. Yeah.
So Shelty's short fueled to get out in front of Tidgeney. Shelty's on the hards, Tidgeney on the mediums. So, we're 13 minutes left to go. Probably within the lifespan of the mediums, to do that. Tidgeney's got a bit of a run on Shelty at the moment, coming down to Banky Boy. But don't think he's going to be able to make a pass here. Maybe he'll focus on getting a better exit, which he's done.
That in there. He carried so much more speed through there.
He did, yeah. Clean pass there as well.
I don't think Shelty's gonna. I don't know. He ain't using them tyres like Tidgeney did in the first stint on them.
No. Redacted's about 3 seconds behind now, but I think that's mainly because Shelty short fueled.
Do you think that will involve any fuel saving, bringing Redacted back into it maybe?
Yeah, I mean, possibly. I mean, if you look at the fuel load, mind you, Redacted's got about just under 75% left. Shelty's got about, significantly less. So I think he is going to have to fuel save to the end. Hopper's just come into pit. Took the lead for a little while the TCR boys pitted.
Just looking at Matt at the minute, chasing down Taz for 5th place.
So Willie D just pulling over to let the leaders go past under a blue flag.
Yeah, Willie's on the other side of the fence of liking it, I think, at the minute.
His mediums are almost dead, he can't turn.
As he says, he's just not getting on with it, is he?
Well, look at his front left. It's absolutely perished. And so I think when they're that bad now, you literally cannot drive the car. It'd be interesting to see. I mean, he's letting his traffic go past it.
I've not tested them to destruction yet. I'm interested to know how they react to that. Don't know if anyone in the chat's experimented enough.
See that he can't turn. He's taking it. We found last night on the Nürburgring, a couple of people let their tyres run out by accident, and they literally just couldn't turn. They had to like crawl around in high gears. Guy can't turn now. Look, just hit the barrier.
Tidgney absolutely running away with it now.
Yeah, he's making the mediums count, isn't he? Which is
Yeah.
really what we wanted Shelton Redacted to do in the first stint.
It's a shame because it's really split that front three.
So at the moment I'm sat with Hockers, and he's chasing ART Matt, and they're we're under a second apart. So looks like it's a bit of a battle.
Milks is saying if you take them to destruction, the time loss is significant.
Well, Willie D there just hit the barrier. He just couldn't turn, and I'm with him now. He's got a right-hand turn coming up.
We're just on board with Nene, who's making a move on 8th place teammate Bupterboy.
Willie D just cannot
Lovely
turn.
pass.
His front two tyres are
smooth.
Dead. So there's evidence of how bad performance is if the tyre wear is really high.
Yeah, just looking at Bupterboy at the exit there, he's on the hards. I don't think he's pitted yet. He's taking them hards far.
Yeah. So he might be going for a soft.
21 minutes in. Yeah,
he might be able to get away with a soft stint.
That's definitely got to be the idea. That's got to be absolutely painful. You'd imagine he's got to come in. Well, how long we've got left? Less than 10 minutes. Just coming up to 8.5 minutes left of the race. So probably just about last, wouldn't they?
I think they would.
Or I think that might be a penalty.
Yes, Tidney's pulled for nearly 5.5 seconds now. So he's, like I said, he's making those mediums count in comparison to the guys on the hard.
Yeah.
Battle at the moment between Taz and Hockers. So Hockers is on softs. Taz is on hards.
So right. So are these? How long are these softs going to last? Because what did he do? An extra 1 or 2 laps maybe? He only done the extra 1, didn't he?
So the software at the moment currently is the same as probably Tidgney, who's in first. But I think Tidgney pitted later. So,
he did.
Yeah.
So they're on the same wear, and them softs are 2 laps younger.
Yeah. So don't know whether. I mean, you're looking. What was it, a lap? Almost 2 minutes.
Is there a time? Well, to see the time benefit. 4 laps.
So looking at 4 laps. I think he's going to be touch and go whether he makes it.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that. He is pulling the time out of Sonic, so if he gets these skates on, he can mount some sort of challenge. Battle going on behind him. Matt all over the back of Taz.
Yep, just watching at the moment. Both on hard tyres.
He's so
seems to be suffering in the dirty air there, Matt, doesn't he? You know.
Yeah, it's again another thing included in the update. The turbulent air and in the slipstream, it really, really does affect your car.
Yeah, it was interesting to see when I was riding with Willie D. His front left had completely gone, and his front right was, 98% gone, and then he just couldn't turn. I mean, he was just every sharp turn he was just going off.
It's a couple of literally a little wobble, and Matt's found himself nearly. When he gets out of these corners, probably likely nearly a second behind.
So the boys still on the hards. They look like they've done 12 laps, and Davio's just about to put a move on him. Inside, took a tighter line, easy moved over those younger tyres. I'd imagine the boy's got a pit now and try a stint on the softs, which I think the softs will last now for the last 3 laps.
So Tidgney's pulled a 7.5 second lead to second there. Redacted still 3.6 seconds behind Shelty.
I'm not surprised with Tidgney pulling that out. I thought Redacted might close up on Shelty a bit because he was, bang on the pace in race 1, wasn't he?
Yeah, we're going to have a little look at Hockers here. So he's currently chasing down Sonic.
Yeah.
Last time we checked in, the gap was 3 seconds. He's got it down to a second there. But them softs are already halfway worn.
Yeah, and they're going to start, going off now, aren't they, really? They're going to start losing time.
Yeah, this is the last of the pace, but what we got, so 58s, 59s for Sonic on those hards, and 57s, 56 on the last lap, so he's actually got quicker on them as they've worn.
Yeah.
Where will they drop?
Or perhaps he's been getting a tow, or,
Yeah,
his lap is 50.
Again, the toe seems to will probably have a greater effect on your tyre wear now. It's like you don't want to be behind someone for this long.
Yeah, you see,
he's got enough to make a move down into the home straight.
2 laps to go. Be interesting. I mean, what's he got, about 30% tyre left, front left?
Oh yeah.
Hockers. 2 laps to go.
Coming down to the home straight. He's going to take that slip.
Brake later. Maybe take a tighter line into turn 1.
A bit far away to make the move. He'll be respectful.
Oh,
very slowly, Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh, he's very, very slow out of there. He's got to take advantage of that.
I don't think he did.
Yeah, there you can see these softs are giving up there.
I think you're right. Yeah, I mean, he's got a better
again,
exit
a bit
there.
Loose from Sonic.
It's just right-hander again. I mean, I don't think I'd brave it on the inside.
Oh, you got to do it somewhere. Here it goes. It's clean.
Hold it.
Yep, he's kept the grip well, but is he going to undercut?
Yeah, I think
is he going to switcheroo him?
Probably got a better exit.
Oh, he's going to block him off here. He'll keep that place. Hockers will now.
I don't know whether he will. I think the softs are going to. I mean, Sonic's all over him.
Behind. Again,
and he'll get a decent tow down to Banky Boy.
Will he go defensive? I think he's got. Whoa.
He's moving around a bit.
He's made his move, so he should be staying in that position. I would have probably took the inside there myself, but
there you go.
It's worked out well for him. So he should be able to get a little bit of a better pull away up the hill.
Those softs are going to fall off a cliff in a minute.
Oh, they're nearly done, aren't they?
Yeah. You can actually see them going down the front left if you watch them.
One more lap after. One more lap after this.
Yeah. No. I think the next lap will be the last lap.
Oh, 159 they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only 152 left.
Yeah, so I think this will be the last lap.
This is last lap now.
But look at those front two. Look at the front two wheels. Ooh. This is going to be ripped. So I just did back to the front. Tidgney's got nearly a 10-second lead. Shelty is second. Redacted is third. And we've got Hockers, who's on these nearly dead softs. And Sonic behind him on hards, who's got plenty of tyre wear left. I don't think Hockers is going to be able to hold him off now. I think
ever so slight weight advantage for Hockers as well on them softs with the fuel load.
You watch the tyre wear go down on this corner alone. I mean, you can't turn.
This is what I was saying earlier on. It's such a scrubby track with the high-speed cornering that the softs just haven't got a chance.
Hockers at the moment is praying he keeps those white lines at the bottom of his front two tyres, because once they go, he's going to really struggle.
Well, oh, bloody hell.
Oh, what's happened? Sonic must have had an incident.
I was too busy watching Hockers then, and I noticed there was no one following him.
So he's now
Missed
got a
that.
7 second gap, and
Yeah, he
he's
can take it easy now.
take it
Cruise
really
home in
easy.
fourth.
Yeah.
ART Matt.
So
He'll
I'm just
squeeze a
with
fifth
Tichney.
place.
Tichney is just coming up to last corner. Masterclass really in his second race. Held the guys off when he was on hards and he was on mediums. He went on the mediums and pulled away.
Yeah,
So race winner is
absolute
Tichney.
beautifully
Shelty's
driven.
coming in second. Feel he kind of missed an opportunity in making the mediums count on the first stint.
Yeah.
Redacted in third, 3 seconds behind Shelty. Hockers with those dead front softs. Look, and look, Matt's like 4 seconds behind him now. He's pulled up 3 seconds in half a lap.
When they go,
Uh,
they go, and this is
yeah,
there you
look,
go. That's that significant
look at his
time
lap
loss that
time.
was being spoken
He's
of.
going to lose about 5 seconds on that lap. 6.
Wow.
Mad. Well done, Hockers, for holding on to that. Matt in 6. ART Matt. TCR Sonic in 6. TCR Taz coming in, taking 7th. Davio 8th. ART Beardy just coming over the line now in 9th. ART Nene bringing it home in 10th, just coming up to the last corner.
Tidgney fancied another lap
Dr.
with
Boy,
his 10-second lead.
Dr. Boy in coming in 11th, just coming round the last lap. Sorry, last corner. And then Will D, who unfortunately look, go with Will D. He cannot turn with those tyres that worn. Whereas before, you could, some races you could limp around with dead softs, dead tyres, and still get a respectable lap.
Yeah, not no
Not
more.
anymore, as it should be.
But that was a good example for everyone there. But
Definitely.
gotta say it. Well done, TCR, on your first win of the of the competition. Very, very, very well driven, boys. ART, give it a really good go. Hocker's great showing in that second race there. Really good battle on them softs. Matt very held on there, was consistent in the second race, managed to squeeze in a fifth. But TCR just brung it tonight, didn't they?
They did, mate. I mean, first race, it's a bit of a procession for them, really. They had first to fourth, and then looking race 2, you got Tidgney, Shelty, and Redacted, the 3 guys in the first race who are incredibly fast. Hockers and Matt done well, really, if I'm honest, to get 4th and 5th. And
Yeah,
Hockers, I mean, kind of lucked in a little bit, I think, when Sonic spun on that last lap. I think if Sonic had kept it on the track, he would have had a very good chance to take that position from Hockers. But that's the way it goes. But
and
yeah,
it's a bit biased, but TCR just give ZFS a nice little bit of breathing room there in the table.
oh right, I don't know what the table looks like, to be honest.
Yeah,
How does it look?
this would have put them up there with us. I think joint even a really good result, but yeah. So we'll get updated uh, points table. Yeah, it's good for us. So
Yeah, some
just
good racing there.
yeah,
It would have been nice to see Tidgney come under a bit more pressure in the first stint. Um, but really, if you're on a hard medium strategy and the guy behind you's on the opposite strategy,
yeah, that
you
deserves
can
a
hold him
mention.
off on the hards, and then he's got on the hards and you're on the mediums. You know you're going to put away, don't you? Really,
Yeah,
unless there's
ah, that,
an incident.
yeah, it's no problem, no problem for hosting. You're all welcome. Hope you enjoyed it. Uh, yeah, some good bits in there. It's a shame it weren't a bit closer of a battle, but TCR came to make a statement and they did that. You know what I mean? They left nothing to chance and just absolutely smashed it. Be interesting. I think Well, ZFS will be racing them soon.
Who's that? TCR?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good battle last time, wasn't it?
So, right, yeah, but that'll be coming up soon. Got another ZFS CTC race coming up soon. I'm not sure if we're covering it, but we'll wait and see. But we'll definitely be doing more CTC races over here. Yeah, thanks to KJ for joining me.
No problem, mate. Really enjoyed it.
Well done to the teams, and thanks for the clean racing. Thanks for everyone in the background doing their bits, the organisers and whatever. And we'll see you next time, I guess.